All right, so I'm trying something here real quick. Don't mind me, because there's a lot more I wanted to say, but I just didn't want to have it get cut off or be all garbled. All right, so I caught this. There's ways around, but I had to do a few things to get around the glitches. All right, so give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, so now you saw with my last video about fertility, procreation, sexuality, and all that, and you know that everything can be programmed, and we have genetic banks to program things, people, place, and things, and we have the program in our society to make us desire one thing or another. Then you gotta look at cancer and tumors. Okay, that's the same thing. Cancer happens when the body senses extinction. So in both men and women, if there is an extinction event, like a major one, like a lot of negatives in the body, then the cancer and the tumors then develop from the new viruses in the environment to develop a new world, a new human, a new entity. And so that's why there's really weird, rare cases where someone has a tumor with hair and eyes and teeth, and you're just like, dude, where did that come from? That's like a possession. I mean, yeah, it is in a lot of ways, but that is a birth of a new human, and that could be in a man or a woman. That's what I'm saying. Men can also carry babies. Absolutely. They don't have the womb unless they get a womb transplant, but yeah, a man that gets a womb a trans man can get a womb put in them, okay? And so, or trans woman, I guess that's what we call it. I get those things mixed up. But then there are other ways of which a person can birth a new person, and that is certain tumors that have the hair, skin, and nails. And that is creepy. And then that goes against the simulation of the society at the time, because how can a person develop another person that's outside of a womb that isn't like a woman per se, right? It's because that's probably how humans were created to begin with, developed to begin with, way a long time ago. But that's a little disruptive to the original human that is now carrying a parasitic twin. Okay, you're just like, that's so weird. Yeah, it is. But now you see the connection between why cancer happens when the body senses extinction events, and then people are using the therapies against the cancer, so that's then a heavy negative against a heavy positive, and then that person is communicable, and now we have new viral babies out there. That's where the pandemics come from. That's the thing, is not only the new viruses, but where do these viruses come from? It's not like these viruses just like materialize. No. I mean, I was thinking like, okay, well, I mean, it's probably true. There are meteorites that have DNA. There are things in the universe that have DNA that carry the memories of old worlds or current worlds that are releasing their stuff. And then we develop the viruses through the aggressive positive and negative forces coming together through the different proteins, through the viruses, parasites, protozoa, proteins, fungus, and bacteria. But the viruses need a host. So what are these viruses? Yes, they need a host, but the host is programmed. The host has specific DNA algorithms, a specific purpose. Okay? And when the host is going through something that it doesn't want to die, but it wants to live, it then procreates. There's asexual reproduction and there's sexual reproduction. Well, how is that? Can humans be asexual? Well, humans have been asexually reproducing. We just had science stop it. How is that, Jillian? Because of those tumors that have the eyes and the hair and the mouth. That's asexual reproduction, though it is not acceptable in our society because we have a specific order that says only a person with a womb, regardless if they're a man or woman, is supposed to have a baby. And if you have tumors and if you have cancer or if you have different types of things, then they go and attack it. And again, that's where all the different viruses come from because of the medications used or the aggressive negative elements used against the DNA used against that person's body, and that develops a new virus, yes, a new thing circulating in the environment, or people are using herbs and extracts and cannabis and all that stuff to then also stop the life or do something, and then it changes the algorithms in the body, and the person is fertilizing everyone with their mucus. So now you look at people differently. You look at them that not only can they fertilize or carry microbial and macrobial babies, but there's also people who talk. And when they spit, they're fertilizing that environment. So now when you're going into a crowd of people, yeah, you're getting heavily fertilized. When you're going to the New Year's Eve parties, when you're going into any kind of party, you are fertilizing each other with the new viral variants that you hold inside. And that this is what's going to keep all this pandemic going. And then all the aggressive therapies, because the more people feel the aggressive events in their body because they're at a deficit and the body wants to live, and now it's getting all this new information, and now it's like replicating. That's the mucus. Mucus is the development. It is a protein development. Yes, it's a defense, but it's also a development. It's new microbial babies. That's what mucus is. It's semen. It's seeds of life. And so then you see cancers and disease and tumors. And that's, now you see how this world works. Okay? And so, yeah, we were able to asexually reproduce at some point in time. That wasn't acceptable to science and the simulations of the time. Now we had to have some kind of logic and reasoning and order. So that way we don't have people tripping out. I got to go get my garbage done. Bye.